Alright, so we're going to practice combining some like terms here. So I'm going to write out an expression, an algebraic expression. Let's say we have 4y plus 4y to the fourth plus y and minus 3y to the fourth. So before I combine any like terms, I'm going to break this down into the pieces. There are 4 terms in this algebraic expression. If I wanted to list the terms, which is something that I would ask you guys to do, I have 4y. 4y to the fourth is another term. Y is a term. And negative 3y to the fourth is my fourth term. The coefficients, if I wanted to list my coefficients, that would be the numbers in front of the variables. So I'd have 4, 4. There's a 1 in front of this y right there, and a negative 3 for my coefficients. If I wanted you to list constants, there wouldn't be any to list because constants are numbers that are all by themselves without a variable behind it. So I don't have any constants, and the last thing I'd ask you to do then is to combine like terms. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to start out with, since there's only one variable, there's a y, the biggest exponent on my y, which is a 4. And I'm going to underline my 2 terms that are y to the fourth terms. You can see I have a positive 4 and a negative 3, so that gives me 1 y to the fourth. I'm going to cross those terms out. And then I see that I have a 4y and a positive y, so they have the same variable, so they're like terms, and that is going to give me a positive 5y. So that's my answer, and I've written my answer in descending order because I'm going from my largest exponent on my y down to my smallest exponent. If I had any constants, they would go at the very end in descending order. Alright, so here I have another variable expression. In this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So I have 5 terms. Whoops. If I wanted to list my terms, I would have 4ab squared, negative 3a to the fourth, b to the third. I'm going to write underneath here. Negative 6 is a term. 2ab squared is a term. And 2a to the fourth, b cubed is the last term. Remember, terms are separated by addition and subtraction signs, and whatever symbol is right in front of them, that's the sign. So you can see we have a negative 3a to the fourth b cubed, and we also have a negative 6. If I wanted to list my coefficients, the coefficient for my first term would be a 4. The second term would get a negative 3. This third term right here, it's a constant, it's a number by itself, so there is no coefficient involved there, so I skip that. I go to my next term right here, and that coefficient is a 2, and my coefficient for the last term is a 2 as well. Now if I wanted to list my constants, negative 6 would be my constant. So, and that's coming from right there. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and combine our like terms now. So when I combine like terms, it doesn't really matter what order I go in because I have more than one variable. So I see that I have ab squareds here and here. 4 and 2, when I add the coefficients, gives me 6. So I have 6 ab squareds. They're gone now. I don't have to worry about them anymore. Negative 3a to the fourth b cubed and 2a to the fourth b cubed. Those are like terms. They have the same exact variable piece. Negative 3 and positive 2 is going to give me negative 1, a to the fourth. B cubed. Cross them out. They're gone. And you can see that I'm left with the constant negative 6, and I'll put that last. So there's my answer. Alright, now rather than combining like terms, what we're going to do is evaluate a variable expression. This is something else that you definitely need to know how to do. When you're evaluating a variable expression, you want to put parentheses everywhere you see a variable. So where I see that x, I want to put a parenthesis there. I have a plus sign, a 3, I have an x, I'm putting parentheses. I have a y, put in parentheses, minus 2, another y, parentheses. Alright, now once I do that, I want to fill in the value that's being substituted in for each variable. So the first parenthesis is an x, which is 4. I know it's 4 from right here, right? Then I have a 4 there. This is a y, so that's 7. And this is a y, so that's 7. Alright? Now from here, I just want to use the order of operations. So I have a 4 plus, I have 3 times 4 times 7. I want to do that multiplication. That gives me 84. Minus 2 times 7, I'll do that, 14. Now I'm going to take two numbers at a time, go from left to right since I'm down to addition and subtraction. So I ended up with 88 here, minus 14, and when I subtract, my final answer is 74. So I've just evaluated the variable expression when x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 7. Alright, last problem here. I'm going to go through, put parentheses everywhere I have a variable. And then I'm going to substitute in my value for x, which is 3, inside the parentheses. Then I'll follow the order of operations. A fraction bar is a grouping symbol, so that tells me I have to do everything in the numerator and then everything in the denominator, and then I'll divide the two results. So I have 8 times 3, that's 24, divided by 2, minus 10 times 3, and I could have multiplied that there if I wanted to. The next thing that I should do is finish with my grouping symbol. 24 divided by 2 is 12, minus, and I might as well go ahead and multiply 10 and 3 and get 30, and then I can subtract and get negative 18 for my answer. So that is evaluating a variable expression when you substitute a value in for a variable and then figure out what it's worth.